Hi, it's Math Moments, and we're going to be dividing fractions, and since this is part one, you know there's going to be more parts. I do have a memory aid song, and it goes like this. When you're dividing fractions, you invert and multiply, invert and multiply. So, this is what that means. Are you ready? We have 1/2 divided by 3/4. The second one is the one that we invert. We flip it. We flip it. So the 1/2 stays the same, but the 3/4 turns into 4/3, and the division sign turns into multiplication. And 1 times 4 is 4. And 2 times 3 is 6, but that can be reduced because 2 goes into both of them. So you say divided by 2, divided by 2, 4 divided by 2 is 2, and 6 divided by 2 is 3, and so that's 2/3. Now I could have pre-canceled on that one, and I didn't do it. So this time we're going to watch for pre-canceling. We have 3/5 divided by 9/10. And since it's divided by, we invert and multiply. So this is going to become 3/5 times, division changes to multiplication, and the second one flips. Now, I can pre-reduce here, because the 3 goes into the 9. And the 5 goes into the 10. So 5 goes into 5 one time, 5 goes into 10 twice. 3 goes into 3 one time, and 3 goes into 9 3 times. And 1 times 2 is 2. And 1 times 3 is 3. And the answer is 2/3. Okay, so don't forget your pre-reducing. This looks like it's going to have pre-reducing, but let's see if it really does. Because when we're dividing, we invert and multiply. So the first one stays the same. The second one flips. And is there any pre-reducing? Does 2 go into 3? No. Does 3 go into 8? No. So don't see that pre-reducing and start, because that's division, and you have to invert and multiply. You can pre-reduce when you get to multiplication. So now I have 2 times 8 is 16, and 3 times 3 is 9. That's an improper fraction. Now we do have a video about improper fractions, but this is division. The fraction line is division. So that's 16 divided by 9, and 9 goes into 16 one time. 1 times 9 is 9. Subtract, you get 7. 16 minus 9 is 7. So you have 1 7/9. We don't leave it as an improper fraction. The answer becomes a mixed number. Let's see what happens here. Well, it's division, so it's going to turn into multiplication, and the 4/5 is going to stay the same, but the 2/3 is going to flip. So the 3 is now on top, and the 2 is on the bottom. There is some pre-reducing here. 2 goes into 4 2 times. 2 goes into 2 once. 3 and 5, no, can't reduce there. And then 2 times 3 is 6, and 5 times 1 is 5. Well, that's an improper fraction because the numerator is larger than the denominator. So that means it's time to divide 6 divided by 5. 5 goes into 6 one time. 1 times 5 is 5. Subtract, get a 1, 1 and 1/5. So the answer to this one is 1 1/5. Okay? That's a glimpse, a moment, a snippet of dividing fractions, but watch for part two. You know there's gonna be one.